above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred.
President Trump in the inauguration speech today, sworn in at 12:01 p.m. as the 47th President of the United States. We have a new panel with us. Mark Thiessen, Marie Harf, Kevin O'Leary, Sandra Smith, Mr. Wonderful. What does this mean the seconds after a new president? Is there something tangible economically that we will see or feel?
I love the idea of giant economic union in North America to fend off China. That's basically a theme that, you know, what I love about Trump, he's very bombastic and he says outrageous things sometimes, but there's the noise and then there's the signals, I like to say. The signal, when he threw that idea of buying Canada out there, obviously hit with a big wall of concern where Canadians don't want to give up their sovereignty. But then he started telegraphing this idea of an economic union, the power of all those resources and energy and combined in one economic joint deal, so to speak, and then protecting the northern border. And all of a sudden, the polling in Canada went from 13%, you know, we're interested, to now this week 43%. It's kind of like, tell me more. What other ideas? Like, is there a common currency? What about trade without any tariffs? What about, you know, the idea of a uni passport, like quasi the same thing they have in Europe, so that each country could veto an immigrant coming in? There's a lot of interesting ideas being floated around. And so we're in a new era of a dangerous world where economy is power. Self-sufficiency of resources is power. Energy is power in the sense that you don't want to buy it from anybody else. And so here today, I don't know, I like to watch the schmoozing. I noticed Danielle Smith, the Premier of Alberta, here at the inauguration, schmoozing because she sells 4.5 million barrels a day and she wants to go to 8. And that's music to Trump's ears because she's the only partner he needs to get that pipeline done. And so there she was. You know, that's what these inaugurations are about. Yes, pomp and ceremony, but this business has started at 12:05. We're in a new, interesting, dynamic thing going on here. And I hope that Trump is going to delay the tariffs, at least on the Canadians, till they have a chance to elect their leader. They're in the same cycle that we went through here in America. Giant red wave sweeping through, giving somebody new a 4-year mandate just like Trump has, and then the negotiations can begin. Right now, it's leaderless. I mean, it's rudderless, leaderless, whatever you want to call it. So I think he's thought about that and said, well, maybe we slow down a bit, let them get their act together, and then we'll get at it.
So since we have you, I want to ask you a question about the TikTok purchase.
Oh, TikTok.
Where does it stand?
I live and breathe TikTok.
Yeah, where does it stand? And you put a $20 billion offer on the table.
Yep.
And how was that received?
So what we've learned, this is very interesting, and I don't yet know if this is the case with public companies, but every company in China has to issue what's called a secret golden share to the CPP, specifically the Supreme Leader, Xi. That is a full option on all the other shares. So you can't get a deal done until he decides whether you can buy it or not. The executives don't matter. The
that tells you a lot right there, doesn't it?
Well, the only person we can negotiate with is him. It's really Trump's deal now to work out with Xi. However, we have the laws in place here that we have to abide by. So no one's going to be buying TikTok until Xi decides, as the holder of the secret golden share, what he's going to do. And by the way, if these are also issued to public companies trading on the NASDAQ and on New York Stock Exchange, and they're not disclosed, I think there's going to be some big problems. Because I saw that post from Lindsey Graham saying, what is this golden share deal? I'm going to bring a bill. I mean, I don't know if you saw that. It came out yesterday. It caught my eye.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.